Hello YouTube. Today is a complete DIY video for a 3-hole oil change for a Harley-Davidson. Now this bike right here is a 2013 Electra Glide Ultra Limited, and I bought this last week. Yes, exactly last week. And I wanted to do an oil change. I've never done an oil change for a Harley-Davidson, and this is going to be my first. So it is going to be completely experimental, and I'm going to put on a stopwatch, see how much time would I take. I have everything ready over here. I'm using AMSOIL. That's what I've heard, that this is the best. And I'm going to do primary transmission. So that is primary transmission and then engine oil change. These are the O-rings for the drain plugs. That's the Harley-Davidson OEM filter. I've got the torque wrench ready. I've got this ready, and the bike is run by me for I think 20-25 minutes. So it's comparatively hot. And yes, I will be doing a lot of mistakes. So this is my first time. This video is going to be for all the aspirants who wants to do the maintenance or the oil change, 3-hole oil change on their own without any experience. I do not have any experience. So yeah, I will start the stopwatch and we will take it from there. So the stopwatch starts now. So the first thing is finding the drain plug. This is the drain plug right here, is for the engine, and this one is right here inside is for the transmission, and over here this one is for the engine, and that one behind is for the transmission. Exactly, that's what I remember. Now we're gonna keep this under this. I am not going to unscrew this so that the vacuum is still there and it just doesn't spill over everywhere on my hand or something, because the oil is going to be hot. I'm gonna keep a rag or two at my disposal, because we'll have to clean the drain plugs. I'll keep it right there. It's too big. Ha ha ha. Not fun. So here, yeah, this one is better like this. So we'll keep. This is now loosening up. Okay, here we go. The oil doesn't look that bad, honestly. Like this. Another biker having fun. Okay, now we're gonna open this so that this will come really fast. So if you'll see, I'm gonna open this and this will really, the flow will really increase, and this increased, see. So I'm opening this one, the dipstick, and the flow is a lot. So we'll let that happen, and at the same time we will look at how much was it, the level. Okay, the level was not that bad. We're gonna wipe it properly. Okay, while this is here, I'm going to see the drain plug, so I'm gonna quickly wipe it. I'm gonna actually clean it with So it started now slowing down. I'm gonna clean it with a WD-40 as well, so that this is properly cleaned. But before this, I am going to open the transmission bolt, which is right here. Right. Another biker. It's copper. As you can see, this was inside that frame, the transmission drain plug. I would not want this to fall in the oil, so I'm going to be extra careful. And this came out. Right. Quite a lot of flow. Wow. Okay. Both of them dripping well. I'm gonna keep the tools as clean as possible. If we will look at the drain plug, there are not much. Just a grey paste, which is fair enough. Somebody has used the sealant, but apart from that, yeah, I can't see any iron fillings, which is good. So while these two babies, no, before that actually, I need to remove the dipstick. Wow, how can I forget that? Okay, so for the drain plug, 5/8, you need to use 5/8, which is right here. And then for the dipsticks, it's 3/8 hex. So I'm gonna put this over there and open. And when we do this, we're gonna see if more oil comes out. Transmission oil, I meant. Oh, this is hot. Okay, be careful, guys. Things are hotter than we think. So I'm going to use this cloth. These two holes are still dripping, so that's fine. We're going to do rest of the things, and if you can see, we are already almost 14 minutes down. So 14 minutes since we have begun the DIY oil change for the very first time for my Harley-Davidson 2013 Electra Glide Ultra Limited. So yeah, I'm gonna keep both the dipsticks right here. The O-ring over here looks fair. I honestly didn't know this also has an O-ring, otherwise I would have bought that, but I do not have an O-ring for this one. So I'm gonna use the existing one only, and maybe in future, maybe after a couple of days, I'll just go to the parts shop and get 2 new O-rings for both the dipsticks. Before I put them back, I am going to clean them with WD-40. So now the next one, let's take WD-40 and clean these up. Okay, we need to take out this O-ring so that we can put a new one. You can use your nail if you have nails. Okay, I think I have something that can be used, which is right here. like a nail kind of a thing. They gave it with the funnel and everything. So yeah, cool this. So yeah, this one was not bad, honestly. It was not bad, but still, since we are opening it any which ways, I will just change it just for the sake of it. It wasn't needed though. Alright, I've got 3 for all 3 holes. So we're gonna put the new one in this. So this is particularly a magnet basically that attracts all the metal debris if there is any. And whenever you do the oil change, you should inspect this one. If there is metal debris, like a major one, you should go to a shop mechanic and get it checked, because there's bigger problem for sure happening inside the engine. A little bit is fine. Okay, I can see a little bit of dirt here. Alright, so both the plugs are clean. That thing is not dripping anymore, but maybe 1 or 2 drops, so we will let that be because we have got other stuff to do. We're gonna go to the oil filter and see. Now for the oil filter, we do have the oil filter, and I've also bought this opener from Amazon, which is quite handy to open this, because this has a different kind of an opener. This is the space that is required because there is something over here. So this fits right there, but we do need an attachment for this. Let me see what it might fit. Alright guys, so this is here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna shove this cloth underneath so that whatever oil drips will be dripping on the cloth, make a mess, hopefully. So this will go directly in. I'm gonna use this one. You can let me know in the comment if I'm doing anything wrong, guys. I'm sure I'm doing a lot of things wrong. Maybe I need to put this cup first, okay, and then put the funnel. Okay, yeah, as I said, you are going to make a mess any which ways. Just minimize it somehow. Okay, the oil filter is right here. Oh shit, okay, that was much deeper. Okay, this is the oil filter which was there. We will let that drip. By then, we're gonna keep this here, so probably we don't need this one. We'll for sure need a good cleaning afterwards. Okay, I think this has stopped dripping now, so we're gonna give it a good quick clean. Okay guys, these are the 2 plugs that I've already kept completely cleaned with new O-rings in them. I'm gonna put them back. This is for the engine. I'm gonna hand tighten them first and then use the torque wrench to tighten them up. Now the range is 14 to 21. I'm going to be conservative and keep it at 19 or even 18. I do not wish to take any chances with over tightening these bolts, not at all. So first we're gonna tighten. So again, we're back to 5/8. We're gonna keep the transmission bolt right there. I'm gonna tighten the engine bolt first. Okay, this one is. Okay, right there. For now I'm just using a normal wrench, and then once this feels a little tighter, I'm gonna use the torque wrench. Okay, I'm gonna go to the torque wrench right here. Now this one is, as you can see, this one is 10. I'm gonna put it on to, let's do 18. So this one is now 18 foot-pound, guys. Okay, foot-pound, 18 foot-pound. And the left is tight, so we're gonna use this one and go ahead and tighten it up. It's just a little too long, I feel. Okay, gone. For some reason, I don't know, I feel a lift can be really handy because you don't have much space to even use the wrench. When you actually want to tighten things up, you don't have space, dude. So I'm gonna still use this one for just making it a little more tight. Now this is getting tight, so I'm not gonna push my luck. I'm gonna go back to a torque wrench. I just set on 18. Let's hope that I can somehow make it move. Yes. I need to hear the click. Okay, that's the click I wanted to hear. So this is good. I'm gonna clean the rest of it around it, and this is all good. Now transmission's turn. So this is the drain plug for transmission. Again, I'm finally giving it a final go, cleaning it. I'm gonna put this in first, inside this, because that way it's easier because it's inside. Then I'm gonna use this one. Is easier for some reason because this is in the corner. Okay. Okay, this clicked. That's it. I'm done. Perfect. Now, as you can see, both the drain plugs are in their housing. So both engine and transmission drain plugs are there, cleaned with new O-rings, everything. We have got these two dipsticks. Just for the sake of it, I'm just cleaning them up thoroughly. We're already 41 minutes in. By the way, this whole service is happening on Jiffy stand, and there are two, full hot on Jiffy stand and full hot on vehicle upright. So once we put in the oil, we will change, we will check maybe both. I'll ask my brother to make it upright and then check the level. Okay, so this thing is done. We're gonna put a new oil filter. and this time I'm just going to hand tight it and not screw it up. So for that we need to, okay, there was new pouring. Okay, so we're gonna use the engine oil. We're gonna put maybe quarter of it, and then at the corner also. So let's say a little bit, because this is also be a little bit spilled. Don't overfill it, otherwise, yeah, you're gonna. And maybe you can take a little bit of an oil and just put it a little bit on the seal right here, so that the bike doesn't start dry. I'm gonna put the cap back, take this, and let's get to the oil filter. That has stopped dripping, hopefully. So I'm gonna bring this out, maybe in the corner right here, and right there. Just turn it, turn it, and then when you feel it's tight enough, you just need to go quarter more, half a quarter more. So just hand tight it. So here we go, 1 quarter and half. That's it. Don't overdo this. Don't over tighten it. Now I'm gonna clean the rest of the stuff right here, which is all oily. We will just move the oil pan away before we step on it and screw the whole thing in the corner. And we'll put this in the empty bottles, and guys, be a little more, I would say, aware that don't put that into the drain. Maybe all the places that sells oil, they take the oil back as well, the used one, and then they dispose it off somewhere they specifically meant to do this. So just make sure that you do that, collect them in the empty bottles and just give it back. Simple as that. Don't drain it, because it comes back to our system itself. So it's very important. I'm just hoping my camera angle is, I'm hoping that the camera angle is really recording everything well. But the light is beeping, right? Yeah, that's fine. We are newbies, guys. Let's be honest. We are newbies to this, so don't want to screw this up. I'm just cleaning it as much as I can, so that I don't. There's a little bit oil down there inside, but I guess I don't have much option. There's limited space to go that side. I think this should do. It's fair enough. Okay, the bikers. By the way, I'm going for a nice ride tomorrow morning on this Harley. That's the reason I wanted to do an oil change today. So yeah, I'm gonna be making a video of that as well. So guys, please, if you can, subscribe and like the video. It would really help. I exactly have 8 followers right now. 8 of them, and maybe couple of views on each my video. So yeah, it just gives me a positive reinforcement. That's it. I'm not trying to be a millionaire from the YouTube videos, just being honest here. Okay, let's clean. This is good. So oil filter is done. I'm gonna keep all the trash right here so that we can clean up the mess later. So right here, I'm gonna open up the primary now. Then so we're gonna go ascending and then descending. So I opened the engine, then transmission, both the drains plugs, and then I put them back. And now I'm gonna open primary, drain that out, and then I'm gonna start putting them back. and then start filling. One by one. So you need to open up the passenger footpack right here in order to open the primary case properly. Here, and then we're gonna open. Oh, that is a different one. I think, yeah, this should do. This should do. This is right here. I just need this to be out of this place. So this is the primary, and the drain plug for this is right below over here. Right here. Again, this should be 5/8 as much as I know. Yes, so all the drain plugs are 5/8. All right, opening. Okay, we're gonna keep this down there. My wildest dream is just this drain plug dropping into the whole oil pan. So very soon, 3, 2, and 1. That is pretty dark. This one has this gray paste kind of a thing, which again I heard in one of the videos that it's fine, not a big deal. But yeah, this was not the cleanest. I think the guy didn't really change this one since a long time. I'll open the primary cover till then. So right is free. So the first one, again, there is a star pattern in this one. So 1, 2, so boom, boom, here, 3, 4, and 5. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna tighten this up according to the same sequence. So we're gonna push this a little in so that even if the cover drops, it doesn't drop in the oil which is underneath. Alright guys, this is the moment which is called screw up. My battery died, and when I reconnected, or rather replaced the battery, the mic didn't really connect and then screwed up. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I'm using the torque wrench and trying to tighten up the bolt, the drain plug actually, back to the primary so that I can start putting oils back. So yeah, this is the torque wrench. Again, 5/8. We're using the spec that I'm using is 18, not even 19. So it's between 14 till 21. I'm being very conservative and keeping it to 18. Yeah, as you can see, I'm using it for the first time, the torque wrench, and I'm a complete newbie. It sucks, but then yeah, it's a learning curve. I'm learning. I'm sure a lot of people who want to learn to do the maintenance of the bikes on their own, and they're just a newbie like me, they'll be able to learn 1 or 2 things here. I'm so glad that I made this video and made a fool out of myself, just to say the least. So yeah, this is what is happening now. I was just checking, is everything okay? Now, what I'm going to do next probably is get the oil, the primary oil, and this special funnel which I bought over Amazon. See, I'm confused. I don't even know which one is primary. Yeah, this one, blue one is. Blue one is, yes. Perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna use that special primary funnel that I bought from Amazon. I would say it's pretty handy. It's very handy because it's specially made for putting oil in this primary chain case. Otherwise, you'll be spilling a lot. So you gotta be smooth and take it easy.
you need to check your bike's manual in order to know how much fluids you need to put in your bike. I think mine, this primary was 32 ounces, not 32 ounces actually. It was 45 ounces. Yeah, it was 45 ounces. So that means I'm gonna put one whole bottle of 32 ounce and then another 13 ounce from the second bottle. So I'm going to just quickly fast forward this part so that you guys are not bored just watching me pour liquid into a primary case. So yeah, here we go. So yes, we're gonna use the second bottle and use 13 pounds from this. There are measurements here, but unfortunately not 1 pound. So we're gonna see 12 and then make a mark with a little tad bit more below that so that we are roughly taking 13 ounces in that. I'm sure a lot of people say that, yeah, you should take measuring cups and then measure and put the oils. I would not really be against that. I'm sure that is a wise thing to do, but I didn't really have that kind of measuring cup with me, so I just went with the flow and I've just with an idea, I just put these liquids according to the measurements on the bottle itself without using any measuring cup separately. So yeah, I'm just again and again gonna keep checking how much I've already put so that I'm not putting less or more, something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna, as you can see, I'm gonna check it like a couple of times at least how much I've already put so that I'm not going over or under. So yeah, almost there. Now I think I'm gonna again try one more time. And come on, this was a little tricky part. I wish I had a measuring cup, so this was not required. But then, yeah, it is what it is. You gotta work with what you have. Beggars can't be choosers, as they say. So that's that. I think this by this time, no. See, I'm just trying to figure out how much to put. I was a little more scared because at this point of time, it started dripping also. Um, and some point of time, I remember I'm asking my brother to go and straighten up the bike a little because the chain case was primary case was dripping. So I would ask my brother to go and straighten up the bike a bit so that it stops dripping by the time I put it. And I even asked him to keep it upright till the time I put the primary uh, cover, basically case cover back and screw it up. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it there, and that's that. All right, guys, another very important thing in putting your primary cover back is you put this in a star pattern. So on the top, then left side bottom, then right side middle, then left side middle, and then right side bottom. So as you can see, I'm going to screw it according to that pattern. This is just so that your primary cover is not crooked and it's not disbalanced or something. It just fits right in. I also changed the the gasket inside, which came with the O-rings in that package itself. So yeah, I found a screwdriver was easier for this process than a wrench. I don't know, personal preference. So I'm just using the screwdriver. I'm gonna fast forward this as well for a better experience. All right, guys, I'm gonna just now quickly clean the primary case, and then I need to put this passenger footbed back. It's a very simple, straightforward nut. I just need to tighten screw. I need to tighten, and just put this there. and maybe I'm going to use the wrench and just quickly tighten it up. Alright guys, now we're gonna put the engine oil. This is again AMSOIL, some 5W, no 20W50. Yeah, so that's the right one. AMSOIL apparently is the best in the market. So yeah, we're gonna go slowly. I'm gonna put 3 quarts of this, and then I'm gonna check the levels after that. So I'm gonna put basically 3 whole bottles. 3 quarts. It usually takes 3.5 liters when you put the engine oil, but you just gotta check it, because some of the oil you have already used in the oil filter as well. So oil filter also has some of the oil, and then you gotta just see the levels. Make sure that you check the right oil level according to the situation. If you have a lift, then you're gonna check the center stand, straight upright position markings, because there are 2 different markings. Mine is a very simple, straightforward kind of a scenario here, wherein my bike is on the jiffy stand, so I'm going to check those readings. So basically, bike on jiffy stand level in the dipstick. That's the second. As you can see it in my watch as well, I'm already done with 1 hour 34 minutes, which is not bad. I mean, 1.5 minutes for the first time, 1.5 hours, sorry. For the person who's doing this for the first time, is not at all bad. Yeah, to say the least. So yeah guys, I'm gonna just put the dipstick back into the engine compartment, engine oil compartment. I'm gonna just make it just snug with hand tighten. And then I'm gonna take the transmission fluid. The hole for the transmission oil is just beside the engine oil. So yeah, it's straightforward. I'm just trying to wipe all the oil which might be there in that funnel. I was in fact going to take a cleaner cloth. I just don't want, because I've bought 3 different oils, I do not want them to even just be mixed with each other as much as I can. I wish I had another funnel, but then it's okay. We're just checking how much oil do we need for this one, the transmission. Apparently my bike takes 28 ounces, so, and this bottle is 32 ounces. So 28 ounces, which would be like 4 ounces left in the bottle. That is unfortunately going to be a waste, or maybe I'll use it next time if it's soon enough. I don't know. I'll research on how much time we can store them after the bottle has been opened. I have no idea. I'll just have to Google it or chat GPT it, as they say. So yeah, I'm gonna just put this one slowly and steadily and take it from there. So yeah, now finally gonna put the dipstick for the transmission back into the compartment, and I think that's about it. I mean, we did the oil filter, we did the engine oil, we did the transmission oil, we did the primary oil. Thank you for my brother to help me out, be handy. my right hand, left hand, whatever. Like I would not be able to do this without him. Maybe I would, but then it would be crazy tiring. You need a assistant or yeah, you do need a coach. So yeah, we're gonna now quickly check if everything's good. I'm gonna uh, start the bike and see how everything is moving forward. This was probably on the first gear, so I'm gonna put this back into neutral. Um, and yeah, as you can see, both the turn indicators were coming on, and the bike was not starting. So we got a bit scared. We thought that we screwed something up by changing the oil, because this is my first Harley, and I didn't know how to do things and how things do work. So we were like, for some time, we were just figuring out, did we do something wrong, or did we screw something up? Because now, if there's something to be reset once you change the oil or something like that. So we were just trying to figure out how we can make this work. And finally, we realized that we don't have the key fob nearby. It was in my car, and that's the reason the bike was not starting. So that was hilarious and scary at the same time, because we thought that we really screwed something up, and now we need to go to a mechanic who's going to please us as usual. So yeah, we once I brought the key from the car, um, I put it in my pocket, and then bingo, we did start that. Um, the ignition came on right after that, and we switched it on, and the bike started perfectly fine. Over here, I was just checking if there was any leak um, that are happening. There were no leaks under primary, and then I'm gonna go to the other side and see at the engine and transmission compartment below that if there are any leaks. I just wiped everything also on the tarpaulin, so that if there are some fresh leak, I would be able to see. Hopefully not. But then yeah, this is what this test is about. So according to the theory, you need to keep the bike on for maybe a couple of minutes, and then check the oil levels, and then adjust the engine oil level by adding more. You always need to add more, because I've already only put 3 quarts in that, and it takes 3.5 or something like that, depending upon how much oil was used or whatever. So that is what was happening. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is check it a couple of times. So I'm gonna fast forward the video so that you can see how I'm doing this. What I would want to do is go towards the higher side on the full side, but a couple of dots down, not completely on the full side. I would rather have it towards the high, because the fluids expand once you operate the vehicle. So I didn't want it spilling over. So yeah, that is what I was doing. Yeah, you'll see this now. So after a couple of minutes, I'm gonna just wait for 30 seconds and then open the dipstick up with a clear rag with me, so that I can wipe the dipstick and then again check the levels and add oil as needed. So I'm gonna open the dipstick, unscrew this. I tightened it up a bit, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, opening, and then I'm gonna see the levels where it is. Keep a clean cloth in your hand so that you can wipe the extra oil and see where the levels are currently. So bad camera angle, you're not able to see obviously. Ah shit. Okay, I wish I knew the camera is not at the right angle. But anyways, the whole point of the process is you want the oil level towards the full side, not to completely on the top, but towards the full side. I just went a couple of dots below that. I'm gonna just again put this back and open it back again, and then check the oil level again, because the bike was running, the oil gets splashed everywhere, but then you need to basically check it a couple of times at least. Again, please make sure you see both the readings of basically if your bike is upright, check the upright reading, or if it's on jiffy stand, then use that one. So yeah, I know that the level was a little low, so I'm gonna put some oil with that funnel. And this process usually takes 3 or 4 trials. It at least took me 3-4 trials to get the level to the desired position. So yeah, you're gonna see I'm gonna just put this at least, check this at least 3-4 times. primary and everything looks good, nothing is leaking. This was my first Harley that I bought last week, and I was able to do an oil change without any leaks on my own with the help of my brother, and tried to explain as much as I can explain to a newbie. So yeah, this is going to be my ride for the time being, and then I'm gonna do quite a few things. So if you can like, subscribe, share to see more videos, I'm gonna change quite a few things in this. Till then, thank you, cheers, have a good one, guys.